Yes, the bloopers. The bloopers are going to be crazy.
Hi, I'm Emma.
Hi, I'm Charlotte.
Hi, I'm Jayla.
Hi, I'm Sophie.
I'm Olivia.
Hi, I'm Annie.
Hi, I'm Gwen.
Hi, I'm Malachi.
And I'm Ivy.
Hi, I'm Anaya.
Hi, I'm Emily, Youth Voices Manager here at WSKG.
And this is the other side.
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 And we are
The other side.
And this is
the other side.
Theme music. That's not what our theme music sounds like.
1, 2, 3, clap.
And today we're talking about foster care awareness.
Emotional immaturity in parents.
Parenting styles and their effects on teenagers.
the LGBTQIA and gender norms.
I feel like this podcast was maybe the most meaningful thing that we did in Unity, at least this year.
3, 2, 1.
Do you have any advice, either of you, for students who want to get involved, who want to make podcasts, or want to possibly come on a show that is more structured like this?
I'm gonna do it. It's so fun. You know people are listening to you. You know that your opinions matter, and it's a moment that not many people can have.
It's not as terrifying as you think.
That's a really good question.
In my head, don't curse, don't curse, don't curse. I'm a don't curse, don't curse.
I liked it. I liked coming here. I like being able to voice my opinions and actually talk about them in like a structured conversation.
I feel more comfortable talking to my peers about things.
Yes, most definitely peers. I don't really have that connection with my parents like that.
Talking to my friends who are a part of the same community, I feel more safe and more accepted than talking to someone who doesn't even know what the community is and has no knowledge about it, because then I feel if I came out to those people, they wouldn't support.
We get excited when we find something that hits and we're like, oh, we need to talk about this. And we're excited.
And are after it.
Exactly. And we keep talking about it.
I honestly don't know if I ever opened up to friends. I think it was more adult figures first because I was scared to make friends, because I was scared that if I told them what I've been through, they wouldn't really want to be my friend.
Being able to sit down, have a mature conversation where, everyone's okay with the topic. Everyone's, willing to accept different biases and everything. It's interesting hearing about other people's thought process on things.
Personally, I feel very powerful telling my story.
Having a conversation about a topic tends to garner a better reaction now that you can ask questions without feeling any kind of almost humiliation from asking what makes that joke so funny.
Your words might not seem like they would hurt somebody, but they can hurt really bad, and that can stick with them.
But if you asked me about it, I would gladly tell you my story. I would be I'm a strong person because of that. But I'll always be proud of myself. I'll always be proud of myself because I'm where I am today because I protected myself, and I'm proud of myself just in general.
1, 2, 3. All of the topics were selected and researched and followed up by you.
How we've been raised is completely different from what my parents were raised.
With my dad, he's very, like I said before, he's very upfront and blunt with me. So anytime I asked him a question, he was always genuine and with the response. My mom may not like it sometimes, but I really appreciate him being super upfront. So I'm not sitting there and learning it by myself. He's helping me guide through it.
My parents tried very hard to teach me about topics, but also I was free to ask questions whenever I felt like it was needed or whenever I just wanted to ask questions. They never tried to shut me down, and I think it might be because my mother is an educator. She wants us to learn as much as possible and be well informed on topics, and so there was no hiding information.
With my real parents being in my life still, and then me being with my foster parents, it was really messy, and it was always very chaotic because it was my older brother always wanted to see them, and then I didn't know how to feel about them, and then my younger brother still didn't know much because we got to my foster home, I was like 1 year old, my brother was like 2, and my younger brother was 5 months. So it was very chaotic, and it wasn't like, we were never really that stable. We were always all over the place.
If they're downplaying our mental health, they could be downplaying theirs too, and that's not healthy for them either.
I think.
You scared me. Pick me, choose me. Pick me.
3, 2, 1.
And welcome to
The other side.
Is this going to hurt? Like what I'm saying, is this going to hurt the person that I'm talking to? Is this gonna hurt my child? Is this gonna hurt my parent? Like,
anybody like that try to help you to get where you like are today with that, like the whole bio problem?
Not really. It wasn't until I went into foster care that I really got the help that I needed. I mean, like, looking back at it, all the things that I've gone through to be at where I'm now is crazy, but I'm so happy with the way they went because I love the person I'm becoming.
For my ideal type of parent, I think obviously having rules and boundaries is definitely a need because at a young age, we don't know what's good for ourselves and we can get ourselves in trouble. So I of course, rules and boundaries would be a thing.
Having the trust to ask your parents questions is very important, especially nowadays where you might not get the right information later on, or something might come up that you don't maybe want to ask. But having that trust, having that bond with your parents to ask questions and get information and have chats with them, I quite liked it growing up because it meant that I could talk freely. And now that I've grown older, it's more like they're friends instead of this higher figure. So it always felt nicer than just having people shut me down.
I would love to be somebody who helps out with like foster kids, and I think I would really like to help the teenagers because my house is like, my foster mom is still her house like is technically open, like we still take in foster kids and stuff. And I would really love to help the teenagers because I feel like a lot of the teenagers that are in foster care, they don't get a lot of help because they're teenagers. Nobody wants to adopt some teenagers. They would rather like adopt somebody younger.
So I feel like just being very understanding with each other and having very good communication, talking all the time about your feelings, it's very good.
Yes, communication. Because if you don't trust each other, then
it's not gonna work out.
One thing that I think that all parents should listen to is at least listen to your kids. You may not completely understand it, but just listening to them can help them a whole bunch more than just dismissing them.
Kids are still very much humans, and you have to treat them like one.
I definitely think that's a really good way to have a conversation with your parents.
3, 2, 1.
I feel like all the topics and all of the episodes that have so far come out that I've seen have been good and have really done a good job at showing the other side. I did the thing.
Oh my God, she said the thing, guys.
How do you think we can improve the community?
Support LGBTQ.
you have to put in like the same amount of effort, and respect goes both ways.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's more prominent in this age because we're more into technology and we're able to do that.
Yeah.
We pretty much have like the whole world in our hands and we don't realize it sometimes. I feel like that's a little different than what it was like not even like 20 years ago.
I feel like it would be pretty cool to have like an app where foster kids could connect with like other kids who are in the system or like people who have been through things like that. And I feel like it would be like a nice way to like really like have us from like different parts of the world and like be able to reach out to each other. Like I feel like that would be pretty cool.
The app would be free, guys. The app would be free.
Yes, free app.
It filled me with immense joy, honestly.
Yay.
That's not my whole personality. I'm another person.
I'm not
but
just a foster kid.
Yeah, like,
I am so much more than
like,
that.
I'm me. I'm Gwen.
Right? And I'm Annie. Like,
like that's it.
3, 2, 1.
This is a teen's take on foster care awareness. Foster where?
Foster wear.
Yes.
That's what the app should be called.
Foster. Oh my gosh.
This is a teen's take on generational differences.
This is a teen's take on
The LGBTQ and gender norms.
This is a teen's take on
LGBTQ and interactions in the community.
This is a teen's take on.
Foster care awareness.
There we go.
Nailed it.
And this was a teen's take
on this season.
of The
The
Other
Other
Side.
Yeah, we did it. We survived. Jesus.
Good lord.
That was so good.
Okay, hallelujah. We did it.
The Other Side is a production of 4-H Unity and WSKG Youth Voices. You can find more of us at wskg.org/theotherside or wherever you get your podcasts. Our executive producers are Brianna Moreno and Kelly Mabey. Community educators Terrence Barcliffe, Aaron Every, and Dave Twilliger. Sound engineering by Seth Nichols. Executive producer is Christine Dempsey, and producer Emily Swan. Thank you to our fellow teen leaders for feedback and support. See you next time on The Other Side.